Hello, gentlemen. Today, I've got a video for you. Through lots of experience, because I'll be 82 in December, and I know women, and I know men. Today I'm going to give you 30 good manners that women love. If you're trying to win a lady over, whether you're already married to her or you're looking for a lady, I'm telling you, you're going to thank me for this. If you do these things, and watch this all the way through, because after this, I've got a little special one. It's physical touches that a woman loves. So hang in there. All right. Some of these you know, some maybe you just need to be reminded of. All right. Number one, gentlemen, open the door for your lady. Open, if you're going in the car, make sure that you open the door for her. Then make sure that her feet are in, or if she has a skirt on, make sure her skirt is in. Make sure she's all settled in, and then close the door. Don't just open it and walk away, because once she puts her seatbelt on, it's hard to reach the door handle. And a woman just likes that feeling of that she's taken care of. It's that she's a treasure, that she's special to you. Next, back to the doors again. Any door that the two of you are going through, make sure you open it for her first. And you know, so many ladies now, especially the younger ladies, they are not used to being treated like a lady, because there's so few. Well, you older men, your manners are so much better. But now I'm living in the South in Tennessee, and they really do have some good manners here, and I love that. But sometimes a younger woman will just like forge ahead and just like, I can do it. And just say, honey, could you let me open the door for you? Or if it's not your wife, just, could I open the door for you, please? And she might act like, oh, I can do it myself. But I'm telling you, she loves it. Deep down inside, she loves it. Yeah, she just doesn't want to admit it. Now, when you get into the restaurant, be sure that you immediately, before she sits down, that well, first of all, when you're in a restaurant, make sure that she is seated in a place where the cold air is not on her, or just in a comfortable place, maybe that the sun's not shining right in her eyes, and ask her where she'd prefer to sit, because she might have a preference. And when they get to the table, pull out her chair, give her a minute to stand in front of where she's going to sit, and then push the chair in. And as she kind of scoots, push it again to make sure she's seated. It makes her feel treasured and special. And women like for a man to have good manners in public. It just makes you feel good that people are looking and they see that this man that you're with is a gentleman and that he cares for you. All right, and next. These are just off the top of my head as I was thinking. Let's say that you are somewhere, maybe at a craft show, and you're walking around with her, or you're in a city walking, and it's chilly. Offer her your jacket. It's such a nice feeling to have a man put his warm jacket around your shoulders. It just makes a woman feel so cared for. And she doesn't want to ask for your jacket, but offer it to her, whether you think she needs it or not. And whether she takes it or not, just offer it to her. All right, and if you're in a crowd of people walking, or say you're even in a grocery store or shopping or something, keep an eye on her, because it makes her feel special that you're just kind of watching out for her. Next. Oh, this one's important to me. I have this baby fine hair that just doesn't do well in wind, moisture, rain. And I don't want to be saying to the man, oh, I'm so fussy about my hair. You just don't want to say anything, but drop her off at the door, especially if you're going somewhere, because if her hair gets messed up, she's going to be unhappy the rest of the day. That's because that's how women are. If our hair is at the best we can do with it, and we've been working on it and spraying it and doing all this stuff, it takes so long. Sometimes just a few puffs of the wind can ruin your hair and ruin your whole evening. So always drop her off at the door. Whether she's resisted or not, drop her off. And next. When you're walking on the street with her, make sure that you walk on the outside, closest to the street. I suppose that started from, splashing cars going by and splashing, or it's just a protective thing that women like. And if you know her well enough, if it's not like a first date or something, hold her hand. Oh, women are suckers for a guy who holds her hand. Next. Plan dates and make reservations. I mean, you could ask her beforehand what she likes. Do you like Italian food or Chinese food or Mexican food, or things you don't like? And when you find out, then you find a good restaurant and make reservations and have that all taken care of for her. It's the little things, guys. And next. Oh, this one's very important. Be on time. And be reliable. Women love a man who's a man of his word, and he's reliable, and you can count on him. If you say you're going to be there at 10, be there at 10 or even a little early, but try to be there right on time. If you're a little early, sit in the car in a few minutes, and then go to the door right on time, because she might be kind of getting ready at the last minute. You don't want to be too early. But that sets the whole evening for her. And her whole idea of who you are. Like, this man's reliable. He says he's going to be there at 7 p.m. He's there. Oh, this is a good one. Be a good listener. Be a good listener. Don't go out with her and you're just yakety yak about yourself. I mean, there'll be time for that. But first, listen to her. Ask her how her day was. If you're just getting to know her, ask about her childhood, where she was raised, her family. Just things, but let her talk. She may talk a little bit too much. If she does, she's just nervous. Let her get it all out. And then if she gets it all out and talks, she's ready to hear about you. Compliment how she looks. You know, tell her if you're thinking it, you're thinking, oh, her hair really looks pretty. Tell her. If you like a dress that she's wearing, tell her, I love that dress you're wearing. It is so pretty. Love the color. It just looks so good on you. I love your smile. I love your eyes. Love the way you talk. I like your voice. Love the way you tell a story. Just tell her those things because she will mull them over in her mind over and over long after she's went home. Oh, this is important. Don't be cussing. Of course, you might be going out with a woman who does cuss, but if you want a lady, if you're looking seriously for a woman and you want a woman who can be the mother of your children, treat her like a lady. If you think she's a lady, treat her like a lady. Don't be cussing. Don't use foul language. I can remember, you know, because of my age, I can remember back, and I know a lot of you will too. I can remember being with my mom and my dad and my older brother. We were in a booth, and there were some men behind us, and they were talking, and they start cussing. It wasn't even real foul language in those days. Might have been they were saying damn or hell or something like that, you know. They weren't dropping any F-bombs, nothing like that. But I remember my brother, and he was a little guy, and he turned around and he goes, I don't know what he called him, says, excuse me, but we've got some ladies here, so you guys watch your language, okay? And they apologized, and they would in those days. Like when I was younger, they did apologize for it, as they had respect for this woman. And I know what a lot of you gentlemen are thinking. There's a lot of women who have a very foul mouth, and that may not be the lady that you want. So we're just talking about a lady, okay? Make sure that your clothes are neat and clean. I shouldn't have to tell, but there might be some. Make sure you just showered and you have deodorant on, maybe a little aftershave or cologne, but just a little bit. Don't overwhelm her. Check the back of your hair. A lot of men don't check the back of your hair. You have to get a mirror. A lot of men do not know how to look in a mirror and see the back of their heads. Just get a mirror and hold it and look in the back. You can see. Make sure your hair is combed. Make sure your teeth is fresh. Make sure your breath is fresh. Be careful what you eat before you go out with a lady, because a lot of things stay on your breath. If you wear a beard, make sure it's neatly trimmed. If you don't wear a beard, don't come, well, I don't know, they wear 5 o'clock shadows now. I don't know, so I won't say that. I'll let that one go. I'm not sure about that. So speaking for myself, I do like if a man doesn't have a beard, to be freshly shaved. I like that. Make sure your shoes don't have dust on them, or they're not worn, you know, all scuffed up. Make sure your pants are ironed, or at least not full of wrinkles in your shirt. Make sure one part of your collar isn't sticking up in the air. Just these small things can really turn a woman off, because she is looking at all this. I know this all sounds, and I know you probably can't do all of these, but pick some, okay? Okay. Oh, another one. Return messages. If you quickly, as soon as you can. If you are planning a date or just getting to know each other and a message is sent out, don't let that message sit there for hours or a day. Right off, it's like she feels like she's not a bit important to you. This is an important one. Don't sit and talk about your ex-loves. Like, here's some women hate. Running a woman down, your ex down, running her down to you. Because if you do that to your ex or your ex-girlfriend or wife, she's going to think, whoa, what will he say about me? That you are not respectful to people. And don't you do it either. Try not to do it. As conversations go on, naturally, it's going to be discussed, but be careful about it. Be very careful about it. And don't be telling her how beautiful your ex-love or wife was. Like, oh, she was so beautiful. She was so sexy. And it makes her just feel like, okay, don't flirt with the waitress. Oh my gosh. Just have good manners toward the waitress. You don't have to ask her name, because if she wanted you to know her name, she would have it on a tag, okay? Just be respectful. Don't be like looking the waitress up and down, because I believe me, whoever's with you sees it. Don't be, every time a nice looking woman goes by, I know it's hard, man. Don't let your eyes follow her, because the lady that you're with, she should be the most special person right there. That's where your eyes should be. That's where your attention should be. And it just hurts a woman. It just makes her feel less, and that she's not important to you. Now, most women do not like a man who smokes. If you smoke and you're not going to give it up, date a smoker. But women who don't smoke are not going to like it. And don't fool her. If you're smoking at home, don't tell her that you don't smoke and then go home and you can't fool her, because she's going to smell it on you. And you can't get rid of that smell. It's in your clothes, it's in your hair. If you're a drinker, and if you're having a drink when you go out with her, don't drink heavily. Just control yourself. But be yourself. If you are someone who likes to drink quite a bit, you just might as well date someone who likes to drink quite a bit. But that would turn me off totally. And I would like it. The last man, which is my husband now, doesn't drink at all. And I liked that. Okay, I'm kind of all over the board, because as things come to my mind, as far as tipping, make sure you're not a tightwad when you're tipping the waitress. But don't go overboard, because when you go overboard, she feels like you're just a spendthrift and do not know how to handle your money, or that you're just trying to impress the waitress. So, there's a nice happy medium there. Don't be bragging about yourself. Nothing that turns a woman off worse than that. Don't brag about yourself. As the conversation goes on, you could tell her what you do for a living or accomplishments you've had. But let that come out gradual. Don't brag on yourself. Just be humble and confident. Because a woman, if you're confident about yourself, you won't need to do that. You do not need to brag on yourself. Another one, don't break dates. I don't know that I've ever had that happen, but I'm telling you, I know men do that sometimes. That, unless it's absolutely necessary. Do not break a date. It's a really bad start. Oh, yes, this is important because I've had some men who are so good about helping you with your coat and hold the coat up, let her watch where her hand is going, make sure usually her left hand is in the coat. Then look for her right hand, make sure her hand's in there, and then pull the coat up over her shoulders. She's gonna love that sweater coat. If you happen to be seated next to her, maybe in the theater, and you see her kind of reaching for, she's getting a little cold and she's reaching for her sweater, notice that and reach around and help her with the sweater. Okay, here's another one. If you have your phone with you, don't, turn this silly thing off, okay? Just turn it off. If you're so busy that you have to be looking at that phone all the time, you don't even need to be out with her. Turn your phone off. Put it where you can't even see it. Don't have it where it vibrates or it notifies you. You don't want to hear anything. She's the most important thing. It goes for the ladies too. Okay, what is my last thing before I give you those other two? Remember what? Oh, yeah. Did he remember things that she likes or doesn't like? Remember what she drinks. Remember that she doesn't take sugar or how many sugars she takes in a coffee. Remember if she drinks tea. Remember how she wants her steak done. Birthdays. Just anything like that. Remember these things. Oh, wow. It goes a long ways, guys. All right, hang in here because now I've got 10 physical touches a woman loves. It's good. Okay, are you ready for this? These are the 10 physical touches that a woman loves. Oh, guys, this is powerful. I mean, they're small things, but they're huge. 1, put your arm around her. Now, a woman loves for a man to put his arm around her. I can remember being in a group of couples. I was married, wasn't a bill, and I seen other men, other husbands, putting their arm around their wife when they were sitting by her. And I remember thinking, oh, I wish he would put his arm around me, my husband. I wish he would put his arm around me. And this would happen time after time. And I didn't want to tell him because to me, I just wanted to be his idea. So that's number 1, guys, do that. Number 2, maybe if she's doing dishes or she's standing somewhere, come up behind her and give her a hug. I don't know what it is, but women love that. Just come up and, I don't want to mess up some of these I already have, but yeah, give her a hug. Number 3, kiss her neck. Oh, women love to have their neck kissed. Like pull up her hair, kiss the back of her neck. May not be a big thing to you, but it sure is to a woman. Or kiss her on the face. Just kiss her cheek. Kiss her on the forehead. Kiss the top of her head. As you go by her, just touch her hair. You don't have to understand it. Just trust me, it works. This is something my husband does to me. He kisses my hand. We'll just be watching television and he reaches over and takes my hand and he kisses my hand. And I reach over and grab his hand and kiss his hand. It's, I don't know. It's just the sweetest thing. Scratch your back. Women love to have their back scratched. And ladies scratch his back too. Oh, when your favorite song comes on, if there's a song that you like, if you've known each other and you kind of have a song that reminds you of the other person, stop and dance with her. You don't have to be a good dancer. Just put your arms around her and just move around a little bit and sway around a little if you don't know how to dance. And you know what? If you can't dance, she does. She knows. Have her show you. Don't be embarrassed by that, because it's wonderful if you can go out on a date and you can at least slow dance. It's horrible that if you have to sit there and watch all the other couples dancing. Put every effort out you've got. Or if you really want to, go take some dance lessons and surprise her. Or take them together. It would be wonderful. All right, number 9. A woman loves to have her feet rubbed. She might say, no, that's okay. But she loves it. Just do it. Especially if you've got some lotion or something, you can really rub her feet. And when you do, don't just do it for a couple minutes. Take a little time to do this. And the last thing, cuddle when you're watching TV. Now, we have a double recliner without that thing in the middle. We ordered it special because we wanted to sit next to each other. And he loves it if I come sit right next to him and put my head on his shoulder and we watch TV together. Gentlemen, you know, I know this sounds like a lot, but if you can just start doing a few of them, you're going to have a happy woman. You're going to have a woman who loves you. If you're trying to win a lady over, all these things will do it. And ladies, if there's some more, if I've missed any, or if you agree with what I said, make a comment on here. Okay, I hope this is not too long, so I better stop here. But God bless all you gentlemen, and I hope you find a wonderful wife who'll love you. Treat her like a lady. She'll treat you like a gentleman, and it's going to be so worth it. You might think, oh my gosh, that's a lot. Well, I'm telling you, it's going to be worth it to do this, because it's all going to come back to you. Okay, bye now. Love all of you. Bye.